Hello, welcome back. This is Cheryl. I'm glad you're here. In this video, I'm going to use some alcohol ink gel printing, and I'm going to use it to print onto the side of a box. Well, actually, I'm doing 3 boxes. I've got a set of 3 boxes here that I found at the dollar store and thought they would be really pretty with jelly prints on the side. So I'm putting alcohol ink on my 8x10 jelly plate. I'll list the colors that I'm using below. Once I have the colors on there as I would like them, I'm going to let that completely dry. Now, these little bottles that I have my alcohol inks in have about 1/3 of the alcohol ink color in them, and then 2/3 of 99% isopropyl alcohol. So the colors are a little bit diluted. And I do have a white sheet of paper underneath so that you can see what the colors are doing on the plate. So I put all my colors down, and then I lift up my plate and let the colors run and blend a little bit. Once I have them how I like, I let it 100% dry, and then I'll show you what I do after that. So my alcohol inks are completely dried, and first thing we need to do is put a thin layer of acrylic paint on the jelly plate, and then use the box to press against the plate to lift up the ink. Now I realize that I got too much paint to start, so I do start spraying some off. You want to have a thin layer so that you can even see some of the alcohol inks through that. And then to print onto your box, you simply press it into the plate one side at a time. If there's a section that's not exactly how you'd like, you just press it into another area of the paint. Now, because the paint is such a thin layer, it dries super quick. And if it does dry on you, you just need to add another thin coat to rehydrate that paint in order to be able to lift it up again. Now, before I start printing on my next box, I'm going to clean my plate off. So I'm going to put another thin layer of acrylic paint on there, covering it completely, and then I'm going to press down a piece of printer paper and lift up all of the ink that's on my plate. Now I simply repeat the same process using the same colors and let my ink completely dry before adding some acrylic paint and lifting the inks up. The acrylic paint actually ended up drying too quickly on me here, so I put another thin layer on it to rehydrate that ink and started pressing the sides of the box in again. For this last print, or the last sides of the box, I'm going to put a piece of cardstock in the middle of my jelly plate, hoping to be able to print around the edges. And I'm going to use that piece of cardstock with the jelly printing on it to create some embellishments for the top of the box. Now, as you can see on that side I've got a piece missing, so I'm just going to press it down again to cover that spot. Now that all my jelly printing is done, I'm going to use this butterfly embossing folder, and I'm going to create some butterfly embellishments for the top of my box. I'm actually going to get 2 out of this piece. And now I'm going to take my second butterfly out of the folder, and this is how they turned out. I absolutely love them. Now, instead of using these as gift boxes, I intend to use them to store things, but I haven't quite decided yet what I want to store in them. When I do, I'm going to put these little labels on the side and then put what is in them in those little book labels so that I'll know exactly what is in my box. So this is how the final boxes have finished. I'm so happy with how they turned out. If there was a side you didn't like, you just would have to gel print over that again to get a look that you like. My butterflies on the top there, I wanted to give them a little bit of extra detail. So I'm using that pinata brass that I used in my gelli printing. I'm painting the body with that color, and then I'm just lightly brushing it on the sides of the wings just to make them pop a little bit more. And to give it as a gift box, I would then glue this onto the top of that box, maybe adding a few other brass elements to it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching the process. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to be notified of more videos. Have a great day.